Welcome to this new tutorial about the base principles of AutomationML. We have some interesting news because AutomationML meets GitHub. Software developers know GitHub as a service from Microsoft. The Git concept has originally been invented by Linus Torvalds, the inventor of Linux. The Microsoft GitHub service is a software service that has been invented for developers worldwide. It helps to share code and provides features like versioning, branching, forking, difference calculation, a wiki, issue tracking, and the possibility to share code, examples, libraries, and documents. The core idea of GitHub is collaborative development with distributed teams. Engineers, however, don't use GitHub or even don't know GitHub, especially for object-oriented data models as domain models, libraries, plant topologies, interconnected device models. GitHub is not easy to use out of the box, since GitHub's versioning bases on code line by line, but object models bases on classes and instances and interrelations between these instances. Yes, AutomationML is XML and XML is text, but still GitHub versioning does not fit for engineering models, since each class and type may be described by dozens of lines of code. Therefore, the versioning feature of GitHub needs some adaptations for the need of engineers. But now we have developed an integration between GitHub and AutomationML that combines the best of both worlds. On the one hand, everybody can now publish AutomationML domain libraries at GitHub, making it globally accessible, findable, and explorable. From GitHub, new versions of libraries can be developed and again published as a new version. This finally means users can find AutomationML libraries globally. This finally means AutomationML models can be found, can be explored, and new versions can be derived from it. People can reference those libraries and can reuse them. And this is the core. Reuse is the core of efficiency. You can use your own private or public GitHub repository. In the ideal case, you combine both private and public repositories for shared and secret content. If you want to publish your domain models in GitHub, here is how it works. Now we want to publish our AutomationML domain model on our new GitHub repository. For this, I'm going to open a new library. I select the file. It only contains a couple of property types and I'm going to publish them. Selecting my GitHub read-write profile, I check it, I publish it, and the publication is done. If we look into the repository, we find this library now in our libraries folder. Here's the file and there is no database behind, no further tool behind, it's just here. From this GitHub repository, now the file is available to everybody who has the access profile, and access profiles can also be baked into the AutomationML editor in a way that it's global available to everybody without any further step. So any user now can just reference this document on this GitHub. He has access to this library and can make a reference to that, and now the library is available and can be used to any purpose. Or another use case is that the team wants to update the library and create a new version. For this, I start with a new empty AutomationML file. I add a reference, I select my library, and then I create a new version of that library. In this case, 101. For this, I create a new folder. I save it. I make a modification. File, publish, check, publish, start. In the background, it accesses the key file, calculates the signature, and publishes the document. Now we have a new version. All the forward and backward references are directly written into the model. It's now publicly available. All the users of the old version are not affected. They can still use the old version. Let's look into the GitHub repository. Here, now we have just the other version. And with the AutomationML editor, it's just accessible. And without AutomationML editor, you can still access the GitHub repository with your own tools. Now you see, publishing engineering models has become more easy and more simple to use. If you want to know how to set up a GitHub repository, or if you want to configure the AutomationML editor to access your GitHub library, and if you want to know how to share your access profile with others, we have more tutorials to come.